Hello Warriors, my name is Kayla and I am one of the Arts OT members for this year's orientation. Today we will be sitting down with Associate Dean Martin Cooke and asking him some questions about his role as the Associate Dean in the Faculty of Arts. But first we want to acknowledge the land with which we live, work, and study on. The Waterloo, Kitchener, and Cambridge campuses of the University of Waterloo are situated on the Haldimand Tract, land that was granted to the Haudenosaunee of the Six Nations of the Grand River, and are within the territory of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. The Stratford campus is on the territory of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Ojibwe-Chippewa peoples, which is covered by the Upper Canada Treaties. As art students, we are in the position to acknowledge the privilege we hold with receiving our education from the University of Waterloo, and each of our majors provides us with a unique perspective with which we view and comprehend the history and trauma of Indigenous peoples in Canada. Now we will be asking Associate Dean Martin Cooke a few questions. The first question is, what should students call you?
Hi everybody, I'm Martin Cooke. I'm Associate Dean Undergraduate Students here in the Faculty of Arts. And on behalf of everybody in arts, we'd like to welcome you to the University of Waterloo and to our faculty. For those of you who are joining us on campus in fall, it's really great. It'll be really great to see you. For those of you who aren't yet able to come in person, we're really looking forward to having you join us when you can. Students usually call me Professor Cooke. When I email or contact other faculty members who I don't know very well, I also call them, Professor so-and-so, so that's the usual.
What does an Associate Dean do?
I'm Associate Dean Undergraduate Students, so I'm responsible for a number of things that affect student experience here in arts, and that includes recruitment, student engagement while they're here, orientation ultimately. I don't do it myself, but people who I work with do. I'm responsible for aspects of student discipline and for Policy 71 in particular here. I'm responsible for the process of choosing valedictorian, and I'm responsible for convocation, the arts part of convocation ultimately, and graduation. And then along with my colleague who's the Associate Dean Undergraduate Programs here in Arts, we both supervise the Arts Undergraduate Office. And so that's where we have the first year academic advisors and other academic advisors. And we also have the folks who deal with scheduling and calendar changes and those sorts of things in the office.
What post-secondary education did you pursue?
My academic program, I started at the University of Winnipeg, and I started in theater and management studies as a double major. And I did that for a couple of years, and then I learned that I really wasn't that great at the theater part, but I was much better at sociology. So I took sociology and management administrative studies double major, and then I added an honors degree in sociology, and then I went to the University of Western Ontario for a master's degree in sociology, specializing in demography. And later I finished a PhD at Western, again in sociology, and did some postdoctoral studies at Western and also in the UK. But it was a long process because in between I worked in the federal government in various ways and did other jobs, so it wasn't very linear.
What is some advice you have for incoming students?
My recommendation for incoming students would be to try to explore as much as possible things that you didn't know about. And so I guess I'm thinking back to my own undergraduate experience where I didn't know sociology was really a thing until I took a course as an elective, and I learned, wow, that's what I think I'm better at and could see myself doing. And I really think that, because the arts programs have been designed with so much flexibility, you have so much opportunity to take courses outside of your major or program, to add a minor, to, if you're doing co-op, to take a job that maybe you weren't so sure about, but you can explore, to do other types of experiential learning, that join clubs, to maybe take an exchange term or something. So there's all kinds of things you can do. to just broaden your experience while you're an undergrad and to figure out what you really like and what you're really good at. I think there aren't many times in life when you're able to do that, so I really would encourage people to explore as much as possible, be willing to take a chance, because you just never know what might come of it.
What is your favorite Faculty of Arts memory?
My favorite Faculty of Arts memory is probably in fall 2019 when I was still new in this role. In fact, I was just joining as Associate Dean, and I was asked to go represent the faculty at the incoming, or the reception, I guess, for incoming international students. And it was so wonderful because there were so many students and their families, and everybody was so happy. So I remember that the president at the time, Feridun Hamdalapur, gave a speech, as you do, and they said, and there'll be members of or representatives of the faculty around in the crowd if people want to talk to them. And I didn't really expect anybody would want to talk to me, because they were mingling and everything else. And I turned around and there was an absolute lineup of incoming students and their parents who wanted to talk to me about arts and about what they could expect and what would happen. And it was so nice to talk to those students and their parents, and I really understood then how special and important this experience was for them. So it was really great, and I was really happy to share with them.
Thank you so much, Associate Dean Martin Cooke. It was great to sit down and speak with you. Now we have a special message from the Dean of Arts, Sheila Ager.
Hello, and welcome to the Faculty of Arts, everyone. My name's Sheila Ager, and I'm a professor in the Classical Studies Department. I really enjoy ancient history, and one of the famous people I study is Cleopatra, the ancient queen of Egypt. I'm welcoming you here today because I'm also the Dean of the Faculty of Arts. Now, if you don't know what the Dean is, you could sort of think of me as the principal of your school. It's my job, along with all the hundreds of other wonderful people in the arts faculty, to keep the place running, and especially to make your experience here as good as it can possibly be. We are so sorry that we weren't able to welcome you here in person right away. But as you know, university is a multi-year commitment, so we will all be right here to meet you when the time comes that we can all be together. In the meantime, congratulations on your acceptance to UW and the Faculty of Arts. Enjoy the rest of the summer, and please remember to reach out to us at any time for any reason.